Hi guys, it's the Navigators Tarot, Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, and we are here for a Divine Masculine reading. So let's find out what the Divine Masculine energies are playing with this week. Oh, hang on. I'm always forever losing cards to the ground. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, Divine Masculine. Ooh, no, no. Really starting, you know, the Divine Masculine's had it really tough. I have to say, you know, the rise of the Divine Masculine is coming, and I feel like 2023, the masculine is going to find himself or in completely different energies. And he's really starting to find a sense of balance within himself. He's gone through a particularly difficult stage, especially in the last few weeks. And he's had to face a lot of his own darkness, his own shadow, and had to acknowledge it and had to really look at it, because basically he didn't have a choice. The energies are such that they are pushing us forward. You know, there is no going back. You must go forward, and at the moment the universe is really pushing us to find solace and everything else and everything we need within ourselves, and not relying on outside sources. And you can see here we have the King of Fire and the Queen of Fire. So both are action cards. They are both very, the masculine is really starting to find a balance between his masculine and his feminine, and really beginning to see how he's really finding his confidence in who he really is. And and he's doing that, and he's actually taking action in positively finding the that his own source of happiness and nurturing must come from himself, and he's taking action to actually find that. And so that he's starting to really come into balance with those beautiful fire energies of charisma, of confidence, of self-reliance, emotionally on every level. So he's really beginning to hone in and find the truth of who he is through actioning his own healing in a way, so that he can find balance with both of the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. So I was having a conversation yesterday with a beautiful midwife, and we were talking too about the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, about balancing out those energies. And we were talking about the fact that a lot of Divine Masculines are very, very attracted to the divinity in a lot of Divine Feminines. And it is because he's starting to recognize that he has missed the Divine Feminine in his life, and has the patriarchal system been over the last, over millennia, the subjugation of his own feminine, he's really beginning to see that has been something that has occurred within him. And of course, when I'm talking about the masculine and the feminine, also the feminine is about nurturing, is about caring for oneself, it is about loving oneself. And so he's really beginning to see how, and also to acknowledging your emotions and going within to the heart center. And he's really beginning to see, the masculine is really beginning to see how that lack of balance with both of the masculine and the feminine has not helped him in his life, and in fact has led him down very dark paths, which is perfectly exactly where he has to go, so that he can actually find his shadow and his darkness and his shame for the subjugation of not only the outer feminine, Gaia, but really his own feminine as well. And so he's really now, because of these healing energies that are here on the planet now, he's really beginning to have a look and start to see those negative emotions that have actually taken him away from the truth of who he really is within his heart center. But now he's starting to come into balance, which is an amazing thing. And look, we have the balance here too with the, what is it? It's the Two of Fire. It's the Two of Wands. So he's actually really beginning to see that, that there is a world out there that is like nothing he has ever seen before. And his whole outside world, it's not changed, but he has changed. And because of his change within, his world is beginning to change on an outer level. Well, he's beginning to see it in a different light, which is a truly amazing thing. So it would appear that the masculine is letting go of the cliff face and is allowing Spirit, God, to take him to where it is that he needs to go. So the way that the masculine, because the only way that the masculine can really find God is through the feminine. God isn't up here. God is not out here. He is within. He, she, it, whatever you want to call it. The presence of God, the presence of all that is, lies within each and every cell. And very much in that heart center. And all our emotions, everything are housed within our cells. The masculine has forever been forced out of his body, out thinking intellectually. But now he's beginning to see that his own reckoning must come by going within and finding his truth through the emotions that live within the cells of every single cell within his body and the nucleus of every single cell in his body. And once again, here we get that card of balance. It's so amazing because look at these cards. We have the King and Queen, masculine, feminine, twins, and then we have masculine, light and dark, balance. He's really beginning to find through going within, finding his balance through his emotions, you know, which is unbelievable because he's not done that before. And really becoming emotionally independent. He's following along behind the feminine energies and really coming into light and eventual love. And it's going to be, it's an amazing time. When I'm talking about love, I mean unconditional, absolute unconditional love. And he's really getting to find, really starting to see that it was never an intellectual exercise, love. It is wholly feeling and through every cell in his body. And if you're not prepared to see that or feel that, of course you'll run from it. And the masculine has done that in the past. However, now it would appear that he's no longer running. He's taking responsibility. And he's starting to see that balance too between heaven and earth. And he's finding that within himself through his emotions, through his emotional body, and through his heart center. It's the only way. And I really feel like he's beginning to see that and feel that. So amazing energies. He's also too quite nostalgic about how he's treated his own feminine in the past. It's like a recognition of and a sadness that he's divorced himself from his own feminine for so long and not realizing exactly what he has done, but now getting a sense of just how much he has hurt his own feminine. And but he is now focused on directing his life to his feminine, through his heart center. Yeah, so amazing things for the masculine this week. Okay, so I'll just pull one card from the Sacred Spirit reading cards. I love these, especially, yeah, they're beautiful. And I'll just, one more card for the masculine. Open intuition, seek clarification. So also too, I think meditation for the masculine is essential at the moment, for that is where he will find his clarification. And that is how he'll open his intuition too. And he's starting to recognize that his intuition must come from within and must come from his gut, from his solar plexus chakra, and from the heart center. He's really getting a sense of that. And because you can see it down here. So the third eye, even though it's up here, that is the intuition center. However, there is another one here in the heart center that sees all, that sees more than this. The two are connected, very much so. But it's this one here that he will find the deepest, deepest love. Okay, so that is all I have for this week. See you again next week.